It's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor Alonzo Hall, your social media insurance broker, and I've returned today to whap and tap on your head with another ADH Wealth Solution article. Today, we're reading an article from Kiplinger Personal Finance entitled Common Estate Planning Mistakes. Before we go in, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description of this video. So, common estate planning mistakes, written by Daniel Bortz and published 5 days ago. Have you managed to avoid the 8 most common estate planning mistakes? Well, your family will thank you. Estate planning mistakes can upend your best efforts to protect your family's finances after your death. Everyone can benefit from an estate plan, a process that entails getting your financial affairs in order so that your assets and possessions get passed on to the people or organizations that you want to inherit them. Having a comprehensive estate plan will also spare your loved ones the pain and expense of determining how to allocate your money and property while they're grieving your loss. But creating an estate plan can be complex and emotionally challenging, which may explain why 2 out of 3 Americans don't have any estate planning documents, according to Caring.com's 2023 Will and Estate Planning Survey. Of 2,483 adults aged 18 and older, and around a quarter of those without a will said they don't ever plan on creating one. So here are 8 common estate planning mistakes to avoid. 1 is procrastination. You certainly don't want to become incapacitated because of a health emergency such as a stroke or a heart attack and lack an estate plan. Yet over 40% of Americans without a will said they plan on waiting for a medical diagnosis to create a will, the Caring.com survey said. So don't wait to get your estate plan in order. 2, creating an estate plan on your own. Brief aside, ladies and gentlemen, I've always said the wealthy pay for services, right? I used my car and the car battery as an example because it would have taken more time, energy, and effort, and I would have lost money doing it myself as opposed to paying someone who that's where their expertise is. So, number 2, creating an estate plan on your own. Estate planning documents that are incomplete or contain errors can cause complications when you pass. Consider hiring an estate planning attorney to help you craft a comprehensive estate plan and understand the legalese. Generally, estate lawyers charge between $200 to $2,000 for an estate plan, depending on the complexity of the client's assets, according to Legal Match. Many estate attorneys offer a free initial consultation, so you can find an estate attorney in your area using an online directory such as Justia, Legal Match, or the American College of Trust and Estate Counsel. 3, leaving loved ones uninformed. Sharing your estate plan with your family and heirs can help prevent confusion, conflict, and unnecessary stress in the future. Sit down with the relevant people and have an open conversation about your intentions. Another aside, ladies and gentlemen, this is the same thing with life insurance. Don't get a life insurance policy and then not let people know you have it. That's part of the reason that 99% of term policies don't pay out and 26% of whole life policies don't pay out, or only almost 74% of whole life policies don't pay out because they aren't informed, so they don't even know to go get their insurance money. Number 4, keeping estate planning documents in a safe or safe deposit box. Do not keep your estate documents in a safety deposit box or other place that's difficult to access. For good measure, provide copies of your estate plan to your appointed executor executor or trustee, a trusted family member, and your estate attorney. 5. Missing key documents. An incomplete estate plan can create confusion and the potential for disputes among heirs when you pass. Make sure your plan includes these essential documents: a last will and testament. Often simply referred to as a will, a last will and testament outlines your final wishes and instructions for the distribution of your assets and the management of your affairs after you pass. For example, I know a person who said that they did not want to be cremated when they died. However, they didn't leave any life insurance money, and when they died, they also didn't let their family know how they wanted to be sent home. So they were cremated because that was the cheapest option. I think it was like $3,000. So their family was like, hey, I'm gonna cremate you. Now, I'm sure that person, well, they probably don't care because they're dead, but they wanted to be a whole being and buried in the ground. Beneficiary designations. Make sure to assign beneficiaries for your 401k and IRA accounts, pensions, and life insurance policies. You should also be reviewing these documents with your financial professional once every 2 to 3 years, and you should call them to initiate it because the financial professional is probably busy chasing the dragon, trying to make sure that they have an income, because they generally work off of only commission, so there's no paycheck for the hours of work they put in. But also things like, I had a client who had a retirement account, and luckily we liquidated it, but his ex-wife was on it, and they hadn't been together for 5 years. Had he died, she'd have got that money. Durable power of attorney for medical care. This appoints a person to make medical decisions for you on your behalf should you become mentally incapable of making them yourself. It often includes an advanced healthcare directive which instructs your family and doctors to use or not to use life support. Durable financial power of attorney. This assigns an individual to manage your assets if you become incapacitated. Funeral instructions. Again, like I mentioned, the guy with the cremation. Specify whether you'd like a burial or cremation and the type of funeral service you want. Proof of identity. Gather your social security card, birth certificate, marriage and or divorce certificates, and any prenuptial agreements. Deeds or loans for large assets. Collect this paperwork for homes, boats, and other big assets. 6. Overlooking digital assets. Many people forget to account for their digital assets such as cryptocurrencies, social media accounts, cloud storage, and digital files when creating an estate plan. Consider assigning a digital fiduciary in your estate plan who has the right to access your digital assets when you pass. 7. Not updating your plan. So this is kind of like the client I told you where his ex-wife was on his paperwork. Failing to review and revise your estate plan after major life events, a marriage, a divorce, birth of children or grandchildren, or the acquisition of new assets can lead to consequences such as assets being passed to the unintended beneficiaries. And 8. Appointing the wrong executor or trustee. Choosing someone who may have a conflict of interest can lead to problems when it comes time for them to administer your estate. Select an individual or individuals who are unbiased and get their permission before you assign them as your executor or trustee. So that's going to be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description of this video. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. And remember, folks, when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute.